Heya, my name's Andy, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm jumping into episode 7 of season 2 of Sense8. Now the last episode threw a little bit of, I was going to say light, but it didn't actually throw any light at all. It threw a little bit more confusion onto the whole Angelica situation, because I'm not sure what's going on with her. I mean, obviously she's dead, so there's nothing going on with her, but like, what was going on with her? Because we're seeing things from the past which make it look like she's one of the bad guys. But I'm not sure if if that's what the show's trying to do, is trying to make us think she's bad when she's actually not. But what we're being shown as well is quite confusing, so that's kind of where the confusion comes in. It seems like at some point she was working with Whispers. She was helping him with something to do with the grafting thing that they keep mentioning, which I'm guessing is how he's able to control people remotely. Because I think when he's lobotomizing them, he isn't actually lobotomizing them, he's doing this grafting thing. Which maybe he is lobotomizing them, but doing the grafting thing at the same time. I don't know. I mean, we know that Angelica was definitely working with Whiskers. Who's Whiskers? But we know Angelica was definitely working with Whispers at some point. And I'm imagining that was because he's probably quite persuasive and, I guess, charming in his own creepy way. Like, when he was talking to Will a couple of episodes back and explaining, like, the plan, or the original plan when they were in London, he actually almost had me wondering if he really was the bad guy, which is ridiculous because, yeah. And obviously we've got the different Sense8s popping up as well. We met Hoy in the last episode, who's in Scotland, and he just seems lovely. And then Leto went and did the Pride thing as well, so that was amazing. That was really good. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and I'm very aware that we're kind of hurtling towards the end of season 2 and the end of the show. So I'm trying to kind of savour it as much as I can. But yeah, as always, if you are interested in watching the full-length reaction, or you want to get early access to edited videos, then you can find the link to my Patreon down in the description below. Over there you'll find everything that I got on the channel, so if that's something that interests you, go check it out. Otherwise, let's jump into this. This is Sense8, Season 2, Episode 7. Oh god.
I can't believe this is happening. I cannot believe I let you do this.
I forgot she was going to Chicago.
Well, it's going to be fine. The ID held up.
Barely have Wi-Fi.
Bugs on it.
Color the bug.
Totally clustered.
Can I get you anything?
Earplugs.
Okay, I heard that, and they're not gonna work because I'm talking inside your head.
You can't do anything now. Let's let her sleep.
Oh, poor Will.
Please be careful.
I will.
Him being sad is making me cry.
Ma'am, he's in a meeting. This is more important.
Kala.
I'm interrupting again.
You've just turned an unbearably boring piece of business into another rare pleasure.
Yes, you are creepy.
These shipping reports have been falsified. Everything that the controller is approving has been doctored. We're shipping out old antibiotics, discontinued HIV inhibitors. We're selling old, useless, defective, and possibly poisonous drugs to people whose lives depend on them.
I know this is not easy to hear for the first time, but this is all standard procedure.
Right.
Our profit margins, like every pharma company, depend on not wasting every drug that's slightly below standard.
Wow.
This is how this business works. We all do it. Some of those drugs can still work.
Can still work.
What if your father, or what if I went to hospital and was given improper expired drugs?
Exactly.
That won't happen.
Of course it won't.
We would never risk the lives of our own people.
So you don't actually have to look at it.
China or Africa, faraway places.
Like Kenya?
Could be. Why?
Wow. I think that is like, if she doesn't leave him, like, I think if she doesn't actually physically leave and or divorce him, she is like not in that marriage anymore anyway, if that makes sense. I think it would take a lot for her to actually trust him again.
Have you seen this?
She was at the thingy. She's a Sense8.
Trying to change the world only leads to suffering. I hope one day we can visit again, when your thinking does not reflect their thinking. No, please talk to me. I don't understand. Why can't I see where you are? There are forces acting upon every life that remain beyond our control or comprehension.
Interesting. So she could visit, but Riley couldn't visit her.
We're here! We're here! Get used to it! Get used to it!
That's the most fun I've had in my entire life.
Oh god, hello.
Joaquin, what are you doing here?
They wanted to see
I
it
know.
by themselves.
Who the fuck is this?
Dad,
Oh god.
Mom,
You're our daughter. We've come to take you home.
No.
This is what I was trying to explain you.
They've made me realize that I can't be with an asshole that uses my face as a punching bag.
Enough. Joaquin, get her back.
Oh really? Really? Fuck off. Oh Leto, please punch him. Really?
Wanna go again?
Wolf. Wolfgang. Yes! Yes. Yes.
I'll leave you on your asking by a again. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I know this is hard for all three of you to understand, but I have a relationship with these two men that isn't based on threats or control or money.
You're living off a trust fund.
Keep your money. She doesn't need it.
Come home with us. Sorry, Mom. I am home.
What an absolute arsehole, though. The dad that was like, oh yeah, it's fine if you are with a man that beats the fuck out of you. Oh.
Listen, I just want to know what the plan is in case the ID
bless him.
doesn't work out.
She's not through yet. It'll be fine.
Oh, bless him, he's worrying. I mean, I knew he was worrying, but like, I feel like he's just going to be constantly bothering her now because he's like, is she okay? Is she okay? Is she still okay?
I know you feel we can trust Hoy, but if I were BPO, I would be waiting for you here.
Someone's following me.
Excuse me.
Oh.
You're the chick with the weird accent.
Both Will and I are so grateful.
He said he was gonna explain, like why he just disappeared for over a fucking year. But explaining shit to his best fucking. No, I don't know why I'm complaining to you. Not like you can hear me, right?
But he can.
This is Zakia, the gal I was.
Yes, it's wonderful to finally meet you. It's great to meet you too. He said that you were offered many jobs, but you decided to come back home.
I know there's a lot of work to do here, which is why I am so excited about him running for office.
What?
So you got these different voices in your head, and one of them is Will.
I know it sounds strange.
It is difficult, isn't it, to...
Does that mean he can hear everything I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn right he does. Ask him, why should I give a shit about him when he obviously doesn't give a shit about me?
He's going to say something that only he could know, isn't he? Oh, or he's going to phone
Your
him.
phone is about to ring.
Listen, I'm sorry.
You can't just apologize for something like this, man.
All right, that's fine. Will you just answer me one question? How many times did the feds or Homeland Security call you in for questioning?
I don't think I can count that high, man.
Well, you didn't tell them anything because you didn't know anything, and that is why I couldn't call. I know how much you love being a cop. I also know my best friend is the shittiest liar I've ever met. If you lost your job lying to protect me, I couldn't forgive myself for that.
All right, what do you want me to do?
No, I forbid it.
Mama, I thought we were discussing it.
There's nothing to discuss. Politics killed your father and it's going to kill you.
Oh.
Maybe I have too much of my father in me.
We had the very same argument.
The only hope we have of making this country a better place is if we do it ourselves.
I'm sorry. The last thing I want to do is cause you pain. I will tell them I have to withdraw.
We'll do no such thing.
Father, I'm sorry. If you hadn't cared about me, maybe you would still be alive.
I don't like this view.
Everything I consider my home is gone. Every time I begin to feel I belong somewhere, I have to leave.
I'm sorry, Mama. I lost the match.
Mothers worry for their daughters.
I'm not afraid.
I know. That's why I'm crying. Your teacher told me he'd never seen a fighter as fearless as my daughter. I know that your life will not be like mine, and that makes me very, very happy.
I was nourished by her, but Junkyu was too young. It was my duty to raise him in her place, but I failed.
A lot of people never get the kind of love you got from your mother. I certainly didn't, but it didn't turn me into a murderer.
Many years after my father was killed, I believed it was my duty to avenge him. I stole a gun.
Oh, wow.
But you never did. Why?
My mother, I asked her if she hated the men who killed them, and she said,
I have no room in my heart for hate.
I'd never mother to give such advice.
Maybe not. Each of us.
My father was like a brother. The world is better off without them.
I think I'm more confused than I was before.
There's no easy answer, son. Whatever you decide to do, just know you won't have to do it alone.
You cut your
Excuse
hair.
me, you don't have an appointment with him, sir.
Did you see it?
It's not. Listen, I gotta call you back.
Did you watch it? Oh, can't you believe it?
He's not happy, is he?
Look, I'm not gonna coddle you. This agency no longer represents you.
What?
Look, it has nothing to do with me.
I mean, I even fought for you.
What are you talking about? There are certain high-level clients here at CMA who just, they just simply don't agree with your,
Sexuality. Assholes.
You said I was your guy. Well, you lied to us, too.
Fuck 'em.
Thank you.
Who are you? Oh, it's the police guy.
Can I offer an opinion? I came alone. Just want to talk.
I know what my brother has done, and I do not require you or the law to believe me.
I meant what I said to your teacher. I'm on your side. We know that your brother is not the man the media believes him to be.
We're
just not able to prove it yet. I'm asking you to trust me. I'm not gonna stop you if you prefer to leave. But this today may be my last chance for a rematch. A quick spot. If you win, you leave as you wish. But if I win, you come with me and tell your story on the record. Thought about our fight at Mrs. Jo's apartment? A lot.
I haven't thought about it at all. All right. Show me what you've learned, detective.
Oh, it's gonna end, isn't it? Oh, so good.
When was the last time you lost a fight, Miss Bach?
I can't remember.
You think too much, detective.
My teacher says the same thing. He says fighting is not something you do with your head, it's something you do with your heart.
That's what her teacher said in season 1.
Let's go. I think I know why you never remember your fights. You used a false identity to fight because of your father.
Jesus. I was going to say, if that hadn't ended up like that, that would have been quite surprising. Oh god! Oh jeez.
You have improved, detective.
I've been given an address. You must go there. You must go now.
Oh, good grief.
What whispers where?
Sorry. So sorry. I was curious about the shooting everyone's been talking about. Politician Mitchell Taylor? It was some kind of peace congregation with all kinds of people, Jews, Muslims, Christians, atheists.
The world's best and brightest. The places they've wanted to escape from.
Jesus.
Oh, what happened to the killer? They caught him.
I started reading all of his tweets.
Ruth El Sadawi.
Maybe a coincidence is not a coincidence. They put the killer in jail, but they didn't release his identity until now.
Oh shit.
Todd.
Oh no.
Is this... God, so much is happening.
Okay. I'm officially creeped out.
Riley, I know why Whispers has been missing. He's been trapped in prison. Okay, this is getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
He said I had to go down the stairs.
Who did?
Mr. Hoy. He said I have to go alone.
Why?
Well, BPO doesn't work like this. This is someone who's very frightened. And if I was gonna do what they're about to do, then I'd be scared too.
God. The fuck? I have goosebumps. I haven't seen anything yet. I love how they're all there.
I did a sin like this and forgive us our trespasses.
Somebody being very careful.
They need to know that I'm alone.
No.
Right, alone.
In 5 minutes, I send in Diego.
Oh, Jesus.
I needed to know how far you would go. It's strange to finally meet. In a way, you and your cluster exist because of me.
You helped Angelica escape.
We both realized she was going to birth another cluster. After what happened to her first, I knew she would die before she let that happen again.
Why did Angelica work with BPO?
None of us fully realized how fast BPO was changing. Dr. El Sadawi was a visionary. When she died, I hoped Professor Kolovi would continue what she began.
Okay.
Not now. Not since he met Dr. Milton Bailey Brandt.
Oh, the name.
Brandt never would have solved the problems of the neural graft without Angelica.
Neural graft?
It mimics the connection of a cluster, overriding the consciousness of one sensorium onto another.
Why?
To control them.
I know what happened in New York when I watched those poor innocent people killed. If it's within our power to keep something that terrible from happening, shouldn't we? Do you know what Angelica called Brandt?
Whispers?
She told me the voice in your head that tells you to jump from a height. That voice never shouts, it only whispers.
Thank you.
Cambridge.
He sleeps on blockers. Couldn't reach him a few hours ago.
So you don't know for certain if he's in there?
Every moment we stand here, he could wake.
Oh God.
Are you really ready to kill a man in cold blood?
Jonas?
Hello, Will.
What the So Jonas isn't dead? How is he not dead? Although I suppose none of them were actually there, were they? They weren't physically there to watch him die. They were visiting. Or wasn't it? It was Will, wasn't it, that was visiting Jonas? Because he's the only one that had actually physically met him. And he told the others. See, I thought it was odd at the time. Like, Jonas's death didn't really affect me, which is odd. I mean, I know he's not a big character, but like when he died, I mean, maybe he actually is dead and that's just like a projection of him or something, or a memory, but it doesn't seem so. But yeah, when he did die a few episodes back, it was just like, it seemed very anticlimactic for that character. But I just kind of put it down to the fact that he wasn't a big character and that I hadn't really grown that attached to him. But that's interesting. I mean, they could have just maybe filled him full of blockers to cut off the connection to Will. I don't know. So there's that. He's just shown up. We've now got a bit more information on the whole Angelica thing. So it does look like she was working with BPO when they were still okay. And then it kind of transitioned quite quickly with the whole Whispers thing. And the neural graft is definitely, in my mind at least, I know we don't have like loads of details on it, but to my mind it is the neural graft that is allowing him, Whispers, to connect to them and take over by the looks of it. And Todd doing the shootings, he was one of Angelica's cluster, or Angelica's first cluster I should say. And obviously she was saying, that woman was saying at the end there to Riley that Angelica was upset because of what happened to her first cluster, like her first cluster that she birthed. And so now I'm wondering then if Whispers persuaded her to do all this neural grafting stuff, like, and was pretending it was good, it was a good thing to do, so that he could then gain control of them to carry out all these different things, and that's why they're all dead, or most of them are dead. Todd is obviously now dead because, well, at least I think he's dead. No, Todd isn't dead, is he? He was just arrested. He was stopped before he could kill himself. I mean, and again, this is all assuming what that woman said is true, but I don't understand why that one guy in the last episode set fire to himself in the woods, because that was something that Angelica made him do. But maybe at that point she was fearful for her own life because of Whispers. Maybe that was like the thing that made her run. I'm guessing she ran, that's why she ended up in the church in the first episode. God, so much happened. Like, that was literally the last 10 minutes. And then we've got Riley, who's obviously in Chicago, and that's what that led to. We've got Carla and that situation with the pharmacy stuff, but that kind of looks like it's been resolved, and I'm really pleased that Rajan actually kind of admitted or realised that he was doing the wrong thing, or the company had been doing the wrong thing, and or at least that's what he's told Carla. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know, that just went in a direction I didn't expect it to. I expected him to stand his ground, but he didn't, which is obviously good. And then we got Leto and Danny and her f***ing awful parents. Yes, just come back home with us and have this absolute dickhead of a man as your partner. I'd rather you get beaten daily by this absolute psycho than possibly be friends with a gay couple. Get a fucking grip, you absolute dickheads. That makes me so angry that there are actually people like that. But yeah, I'm so pleased when Wolfgang showed up. That was just, yes, absolutely amazing. And Sun as well, meeting the detective at the end there. I mean, I know she knocked him out at the very end, but I'm hoping she's going to realise that he is somebody that she can trust, because I trust him. But anyway, I think I am going to wrap this up. So as always, if you've enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.